Hello, living in Boulder vlog for the 28th of August 2021, and I think it's Saturday nighttime. It's actually Monday at like 12:10 in the morning, so this one's for Sunday on the 28th. So there's my green rug. It's throughout the entire floor. It's my rug, my green screen rug. So yesterday, the entire day, I guess it was day 2 of, or 2.5, because I started the day before or whatever. Call it day 2, full, complete day 2 of working on my green screen, organizing all my green screens. I downloaded them a few years back, like long time ago now, I guess 2017 or something, I don't know. I know exactly when, if I still had my video, but it got deleted because I was dancing with girls and one of the girls complained. So if you use like green screens that they say they're free green screens, don't use any with dancing girls. And I'm hoping I won't get in trouble with like the other stuff. But I mean, all the videos, they say free for you to use. So I collected a whole bunch. I counted 3366, but then, there were a bunch doubled up. Went down to like 3066 or something. I downloaded them all, and then I literally all the ones I could find, all the packs, and broke them up, and then divided them into all these different folders. And then I burnt out suddenly because it was just way too much to handle. So I guess this is round 2, and I'm back 100% working all the time on my website. But it's a little bit different now because I'm sober. So this is like the first time of working all the time on my website sober. I'll think better. I think my brain is stronger. I organized all these videos high, and your memory is not as good. So, maybe it looks like I was high when I organized it because there were a lot of like videos in different places and folders in different places, and the idea is to have just a folder in one place. The idea is to organize all my videos, but in a way that I can memorize all my videos, like I know where they all are at the top of my head. I also actually I want to put them on my website. So I'm gonna. It's like 12:10 in the morning. I had a coffee like a half hour ago. I'm going to drink coffee. I'm going to just work all night long. I stay awake better at night for some reason than I do during the day. Yesterday I was working, and like I don't work in bed all the time like I used to because my sight isn't as good. My vision isn't as good. I kind of blew out my eyes when I put the computer on my belly. I was actually pleased with how my eyes weren't getting any worse for like years. Since the last time I went into the eye doctor, like years ago. I can't remember when that was. Maybe 4 years ago. 4 years ago in 2017. But but then I put it on my chest, and like one day my eye went out here and I couldn't see, and so now I can see a little bit, but barely. Hopefully my eyes maybe will get better if I just use a computer screen. I mean my smart TV. Shit-dang. But my big 70-incher. But I was like also working on my just sitting at my desk there, which I normally don't do. I kind of have to sit up and look to the right, and and then when my back gets sore, I lay down in bed and I do it some more. I want to like name all the different things I have and organize them. And when I'm done, I'll show, or maybe I'll make it on my website and show later. But I want to put them on my website, like organize them on my website, the way that I organize stuff. And by then, maybe it'll be like, I don't know, near 3,000 or something, which is a good round number, 3,000. That's how like big my lists are. I have a list on Google Earth. I need to build this stuff up and complete it before I lose it. There's so much stuff that I need to finish, but like the people who did the triathlon, Boulder Ironman, that's around 3,000 people. So That's a good round number, a good number, 3,000 videos, something that you can like memorize each one, know each one. I want to be able to know them at the top of my head. So when I'm making my story, I can, I know exactly where I have, so I can put in certain videos. And like know which video to put in at any given moment, know the appropriate video. So that's how I'm doing it. I want to do like a combo between the green screens and my Google Earth, because my Google Earth is really good. And I could like zoom in on a video and then do the video and then replace it, superimpose it with like one of these green screen to make it more like a high quality video. Use them like in conjunction, see if that's possible. Yeah, just something to try to experiment with and control it all with my phone, because I bought that program from Michael, what's his name, Adam Toe, the program Screen, I can't remember the name of it, but the controller. So anyways, I'm taking some time off from learning my Studio. I'm still like a beginner with the Studio, because I got like sidetracked when I realized I wanted to fortify my green screen. And I'm going to put the list on my site. So then I got the idea, well, let's make the list of the videos that I do too. I'll put the videos next to, and like in its own icon, I'll have like a video icon next to the, to save space, next to the Google Earth download. I have all of my Google Earth files and individual files for download. I don't know if it's ready yet. I don't even know what state it is now. But whenever I do it, I'll have it all ready for download. But then I'll even have the actual video to show that there's a video for that. And maybe one day I'll have them for download individually. I don't know, or link them to a YouTube video. I don't know, but also so I can keep track of what I have and know what I have available to me on my computer, or I guess on my Hyperdeck. And so what I was doing today is organizing the videos, but also chopping the front and ends of the videos off. That's what I did before. I'm pleased with how much work I did before, but I still have to chop the front and end of the videos off on a lot of them. Yesterday, I was saying that I wanted to use the program Movavi Video Editor because it's faster than a premium. Adobe Premiere Pro. My computer isn't the fastest. Hopefully the next generation of Macintosh can be faster. But I was going to buy it, and I clicked on it because I had it in my applications folder, and lo and behold, I already bought it. I already have that program, so I decided to go, because I think yesterday I was saying I wasn't going to do it anytime soon, but so I decided to go ahead and do it now. Just chop the front ends of all the videos off that I have, and even splice the videos that I haven't done yet, because I have a folder here of like compilations that I haven't broken up yet. So as soon as I'm done going through all the videos that I have, I'm looking at all the videos that I have, and so I'm memorizing everything that I have, and I'm sober now, so I'm like supercharged. I'm like superhero now compared to before. That's why I'm motivated to just work all the time on my website now, because it's different now, because I'm sober all the time now. Go in after I'm done memorizing what I have and looking at how to go in those compilations and see if there's any new videos, that I don't have, and then cut those out with Movavi. It's really slow though with the computer, man. It's way slower than I would like. I mean, crazy slow. Like, it takes forever to load. So I kind of have to guess where it is. Yesterday I wasted a lot of time because I spent forever splicing up this video of all the angles of an alligator. And I could have sworn I looked at all the animals to make sure it wasn't crocodile, and then I saw crocodile and I was like, fuck. Because I knew that if I went in there, that fucking crocodile was already spliced from years ago. And lo and behold, it was. So I spent like a half hour or more splicing up all this crocodile and all the different angles for its own video. But I had already done it. I think I had like a vague memory of doing it. So I had to just delete the one that I did before, and I call it alligator/crocodile. So it's just little things like that. So This is a perfect example of something that I stopped like halfway through. I've stopped everything halfway through. I mean, that's my life. That's why I'll be 50. I promise you. I'm 47 and a half, or I guess 47, a little more than 47 and a half. I'll be over 50 by the time I'm ready to even do my video. Because I know that every single thing that I try to do, I'll be like, okay, well, let's go and it'll have like another month or a couple weeks to work on it. So it just won't be done anytime soon. Hopefully I won't lose too much stuff. That's why I was trying to back stuff up. And that's when I came across these green screens. I can't back up the green screen videos that I have because I have to fix them first. As soon as I fix them, and I don't want to like burn out on fixing them because then I won't back them up, or I won't want to back them up, I should, but so I'll try to fix them. So yeah, I mean, I was thinking like 3 days, like yesterday, today, and tomorrow, but I'm thinking, no, it's worth a week at least. I should just go a week. But in reality, I'll just go as long as I can until I burn out on it. And I go, okay, fuck it. Let me go work on my schedule and try to figure out my studio again. So I don't know. I don't yet have a really clear idea of how long it'll take me to get through all these videos. Because it feels like I'm still at the beginning of them now. But, there were a lot of doubled up videos, and you would have the video that doesn't have the front and back spliced off of it, and then the video that does in different places. And I think I've screwed up and like replaced the one that was spliced with the one that wasn't, and like total disaster. None of the videos were organized like by name. They were scattered, and it was just crazy. Like I totally abandoned it. It was like stumbling across some like half-built thing. So I want to write those all on here, and then I'd like to eventually make all the videos from my Google Earth, turn them into videos to then plug them in with my studio. But a lot of these videos are just stills. Like I got them off YouTube, and they're just stills with the green screen in the background. But it's an MP4 file. And so in the beginning, I was just taking screen captures of them so that I can use them as backgrounds on my media player, because those only take stills. Because my HyperDeck was supposed to be for the video. So then I was deleting the video, but then after a while, I was like, wait, keep the video, just have them have both. Because maybe you can have more power, or it'll work better if you have a video version, already have it. So I started doing that. Hopefully, I wish I had done that earlier, but I am making everything that's still a still MP4. I'm doing a screen capture of it to turn it into a video. And so yeah, now my whole desktop is just filled. Desktop folder is just filled with all these like unnamed videos that I've been screen capturing that I'm just gonna have to organize back in when I'm done. So yeah, this might take a while, like I guess another week. Let's say another week until Sunday. So I'm not gonna do anything on my studio, learning anything on my studio, just working on my green screen stuff for another week. But hopefully that will include pasting it on my website. So that'll be the first time I actually work on my website for months. So I'll be officially back on the website, because the website's tied into the studio, and it'll help me memorize what I have anyway. Because you can only memorize so much. Like I have lists of books on my website to help me learn, like decide which book to use each day when I go out on like a bike ride. But so you would listen to the whole list, to look at the whole list. But the idea is to not have to do that with the green screens. You have to be able to do that just on the top of your head. But if I'll have the list on my website, so I can look through it from time to time, like if I ever need an idea of it. For example, like in Rome, the fall of one of the dynasties was because the kid who thought that he was the rightful heir to the throne beat up and killed the old king and dragged him down the stairs. And well, I have a still of stairs with a green screen in the back, so I could be like over there on the temple on Google Earth, have the zoom in, and you're standing there and I'm there, and then I can hit the button on my cell phone, and then it just gets covered up with the actual stairs from my green screen still to make it just look more realistic, to act out that. So yeah, that kind of stuff. So I'll have to know like what's available for all that stuff. So, and I also have a lot of green screens for like new things, like helicopters and like cars, and I don't know how I will incorporate that. maybe I'll make my own stories based off that. I don't know. But so yeah, but I did like a lot of like cutting, a little bit of cutting the front ends of videos off today, but mainly just renaming and organizing them. And so I'm like, right now I'm still working on like buildings, you know, so it's like the beginning. So yeah, I'll figure out, I'll number them and name them and everything, you know, all the different folders, number all the folders, and be able to talk about that, hopefully maybe by Sunday. So I'll just be working all day long. But so I got up, I was working until 2 in the morning yesterday morning, and then got up at like 11 today, and was working kind of like on my desk and then in my bed. But I was kind of napping on my desk, having trouble staying awake, because I have more trouble staying awake during the day than I do at night, no matter what I do. Like I could be drinking coffee all day long and I'll still fall asleep. And I could be drinking no coffee at night and I'll be up. So yeah, I'll probably be up all night long, and that's the best way to do it, because you work as long as you can deal with working, as long as you can enjoy it until you feel like mentally tired. Because, you know, I would get more mentally tired before I would get physically tired at night, because I have insomnia every night. So I don't even care about being up during the day anymore. You know, I'm going to go back to my schedule before, where I was just working all through the night. And the only difference is I'm sober now, not stoned. So, which is good, because that means I won't fall into things, you know. That's the one thing that's different, you know. I'm not crazy. I won't go and start something new and just dive into it. I'll tie up things, which is going to take me years, 3 years, just to tie up stuff I started. So I was thinking, before I do my show, maybe I should fix the links on my timeline, on the regular history timeline, like recorded history, the link from horizontal timeline to vertical timeline, because I think that would make my timeline so awesome if every like king and thing that you type, that you click on the horizontal part of the timeline, takes you to vertical, and then once you click on vertical, it takes you back up to horizontal. And I've done that with a lot, so just to go ahead and finish it, especially with the stuff that I'll do the shows on. I think I'll start it on like a long time ago, like in ancient Egypt, you know, or maybe even the beginning. Or I was even thinking Atlantis. I should do Atlantis. I should start in Atlantis. Fuck it, because I have it on Google Earth. Everything that I have Google Earth, I should do it. I think I will, actually. Just kind of made the decision now. So yeah, so then my gecko ran out of food a few days ago, and I was been too like pressured, I guess, to go to the store. So I finally went to the store, and I'm walking around the store, a pet store, a reptile store, for like a minute or two, and like there was nobody in there. And I was looking, they had a crocodile. I'm like, oh my God, they got a freaking alligator in here. And I was about to go and look down the aisle, and there was the aisle with this big snake. I even saw the snake, this giant snake. And like the window was open, this huge window, like as big as a car door window, a car window. The snake easily could have like climbed out, because the guy was getting water for it. He's like, oh man, I didn't hear you come in. Good thing you didn't put your hand in there with the snake. But then they offered me to get me this card, and I'm like, yeah, but you pay $60, and then you prepay for the crickets, because then you get like 40% off. But I said, well, my gecko's 6 years old, and he goes, oh no, geckos can live 25 years. I'm like, really? Oh, okay. So that's why I got the card, because I was like not wanting to get the card. I was expecting my gecko to die anytime soon. But my roommate even said he might buy a gecko to make friend, to be a buddy for my gecko. So there's another extra time. So I guess it was worth it. But they only had like the small crickets, but that's cool. Little crickets for the gecko to eat. Yeah, and so then because I was at the store, I bought food. I bought bananas and popcorn kernels, and ketchup for my daily potatoes. I make French fries every day. Chop up the potato and put it in the air fryer. So for French fries, with sprinkling salt and pepper on it. It's really good. You should try it. Yeah, and then I showed my roommate that there was a TV, so we were looking at the TV just for a little bit. Yeah, and then I watched a movie with Kirsten called $20. She decided on it. We usually don't watch old movies, but she wanted to see it. Yeah, so I didn't do my video because I was like, working the whole time. So anyway, that's what I'm up to. I think it's another week of the preparing the green screen, and then I want to work on my my studio, unless I, in a little bit learn stuff on my studio, until I decide to go ahead and maybe process and build and get caught up with the whole Google Earth videos, preparing the Google Earth, zoom in and zoom out. But yeah, I want to figure out my studio too. I want to start doing videos with my studio, but I needed to organize my green screens more before I do that. So I have, you know, different green screens to use for my studio when I do my videos. So, and figure out the whole keying and different green screens, which I haven't figured out yet. So yeah, I'll be super motivated to work on, to figure out, get to the next level of my studio, learning different things as soon as I'm done with these green screens. But I really wanted to finish the green screens because it's, you know, I've been working on them forever, and I don't like stopping stuff and starting again, because you waste time when you do that, you know, like with the whole crocodile alligator fucking fiasco, and then the maybe replacing cropped videos with the uncropped ones, and I'm just like, my God, it's totally like all unorganized. So I mean, even now, today, all day, I was trying to organize stuff. I had an interesting dream last night, but I can't really remember the details. There was a girl involved who doesn't exist in real life. It's always interesting because, you know, when you have dreams, usually, or a lot of times, you dream of a place that really exists, but it's different, or you dream of a person who actually exists, you know? Like once I had a dream, like I watched Point Break once, you know, in the 90s, and Keanu Reeves was, in the movie, was an ex-college quarterback. And I had a dream, like a little bit after I saw the movie, that I was playing football with Keanu Reeves, you know, that kind of stuff. You have like dreams of like random people you knew in the past, or actors you see in a movie or something. But it's really interesting when you have a dream of a person who you've never met. Because in the dream, they're real, like a normal person. You've just never met them, you know? But anyway, but I don't remember the details enough. I guess I haven't gotten my dream brain back yet. So yeah, it's been over 30 days, you know. It's like, what if it's it's been 5 weeks and I still haven't remembered my dreams. So I'm going to try to do my video right when I get up, see if I can talk about my dreams. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Just work on these green screen organization all day long. But I think to organize the green screens, to crop the videos, to, you know, process through the collections that I have, which I have a lot still, and then to put them on my website and then back them up, it's going to take it a whole week, at least until Sunday. And then maybe I think I'll even send them through this program. Like, I think it's called Adobe Media Encoder. Now these videos are already cropped to 1920 by 1080. Like, that's how I downloaded them. And that's what the Hyperdeck wants. And then I'm cropping them. So then the only thing I have to do after that is to change them to the the Apple ProRes 422 codec, which is what my Hyperdeck reads them in. But I have Adobe Media Encoder. So I think I'm going to go and figure out how to have my Adobe Media Encoder batch edit all those videos into Apple ProRes, and then see if the Hyperdeck can read them. And at that point, if it can, just fucking put all those videos into my card, my memory card, which will almost fill up the entire 128 gigabyte memory card. I think last time I checked, it was like 110 gigabytes, these green screen videos. And just fill them up, and that'll be like my green screen codec card. And then it takes 2 cards, so you can put in 2. And, you know, maybe I'll, that would be a reason to buy another Hyperdeck, you know? Sometimes you're like, wait, it takes 4 Hyperdecks, but why would you want 4 Hyperdecks? Well, maybe it's because if you want to have a bunch of green screen videos all up on there at the same time, you can. I mean, it would take up all the different ports, but you could just like use the switchers in the back, you know. That'd get complicated, but yeah, just for 2, yeah, is good. And yeah, just figure out how you can get it to work, and then control it with the phone, you know. I'm like determined. If you take your time, you know, you might be able to make a really good like studio. Because what I want to do is make like the highest quality TV show, like with graphics and everything. Do everything that I want to do with all the stuff I built on Google Earth and the stuff, my timeline and my website and the lists and my green screens and like my stories with the dress ups and everything. Just tie it all into a show, but do it all streaming live, so that it's time efficient for me, so that I don't make the video and then spend all day long fucking, you know, editing it in with slow ass Adobe Premiere Pro, but rather use my studio to just build it live, make the story live, you know. And that way even people could even comment in. Wouldn't that be interesting? You could pretend like they're like the chorus, or they're like the citizens. I pretend that the people watching my videos live, and I can have them all collected to all of my social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere, Vimeo, everywhere. I think it's like 25 different platforms, and they can all comment on all of them. And like whoever comments would be like the citizens of the country or something. Wouldn't that be interesting? That you look up and they're like, beat him again, beat that traitor again. Yeah, I don't know. Tell him that or something. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, so that's why I don't feel bad about just taking the long road, because it's like what I'm doing. Who's done it before, so might as well go for it. Take your time. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I predict it'll take until Sunday. That's my goal. Until this Sunday, 7 days, a whole week, until Sunday, to finally take care of these green screen stuff. Fix them all and then put them on the website, and convert them to the codec and put them on my hyperdeck. Because then after they're there, then I can practice, putting them in my video from the hyperdeck. Like, just go in there and program it in each time I do a video. Before I do the video, you program which ones you want to use, and then you just pump them in, see how it works. Yeah. Because it's a lot easier to learn how to use the technology if you have a lot more material to work with, because the material will help push you along. Like necessity is the mother of all invention. I'll need to use, or maybe is that the right quote? Like, tools are the facilitator to new ideas. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, and then that'll of course motivate me to be more thorough with preparing the videos, the Google Earth videos that I have, which I've already built a lot of already. So that's encouraging. Okay, so anyways, that's enough talking. Talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, when I do the video tomorrow, and I'll talk in the morning. Well, I guess hopefully maybe I'll work all night long, but hopefully I'll be talking about how I'm pleasedly farther along with the organizing in my videos on the green screen. Okay, talk to you tomorrow. And I haven't even looked at the new green screens, from the channels. Maybe there are new green screens that are good. I'll check it out and see if there's good ones. I won't get carried away like before, getting stuff that I probably won't use, but I'll look through and see if there's more historically related stuff, like ancient Rome or whatever. So talk to you tomorrow.